welcome to the final episode of Shop Talk Season 1. I'm here with Mack. Mack, say hi.
Hi guys, I'm Mack.
Yeah, so Mack, where are you from? What year are you? Tell us all about you.
My name is Mackenzie Caroline McCracken. I'm from New Bern, North Carolina. That's why my middle name is Caroline, named after North Carolina. That's actually, that's why it's such a big part of my fucking personality. Anyway, hello. So my name is Mackenzie Caroline McCracken. I am from New Bern, North Carolina. I am a junior in collaborative arts, which feels very strange to say. I don't like it.
Okay, so this requires a little bit of
lore.
Lore.
There's lore here, guys.
So for those of you listening who live in New York, around town you've probably seen little black smiley faces all over the place. So today we are drawing little smiley faces on Post-it notes, and we're going to be posting them up all over the 12th floor. You've made multiple pieces for the collaborative arts floors, such as Business Bat and Bodega Cat. What inspires you to create those characters, and why did you choose those medias, being Business Bat being a sculpture and Bodega Cat being a mural?
Ooh, well, if I'm being honest and transparent, it was freshman year, it was like the end of freshman year, and Itai emailed me in classic Itai fashion and was like, do you want to paint a mural? You want to paint a mural, Mack? And I was like, oh, hell yeah, I'd like to paint a mural. Like, that would be super duper cool. I remember saying, I was like, that would be a nice feather in my cap. Like, that'll be a nice, like, thing to say, oh, I, like, made something important and it's in NYU. Very cool. But the reason I did a sculpture was because, a sculpture for Business Bat was because I had this idea that, like, the little bat, like, would be on his way to work. I thought it would be funny if there were, like, imagine you get on the subway and there's all these little bats and they're hanging on the things that we put our hands on, and they have, like, business suits on and they have their little briefcases and they're, like, chattering, like, you know, and on their way to work. And I thought that was a really cute idea. So originally that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to say, like, oh, I want to install, like, a rod and, like, have it, like, hang and, like, make multiple, but it took so long to make, just in general. Yeah, no, I remember for Bodega Cat, I woke up and I had a sticky note on the wall, and it was like, cat that has bodega and he is manager and he smokes cigarette at counter and says fuck you, like something like that.
Yeah, you're very detail oriented when it comes to your work. Like,
thank you.
Things might take a lot longer to do, but like the end product is very meticulous.
It is, and it's because I'm a fucking control freak, and I know that, like, I've always thought that was actually interesting. I've always been that way. I've always been very, like, perfectionist, like, everything needs to be perfect in order for me to present it to anyone kind of thing. Which I don't think that I give that energy. I think that I give very, like, oh, fuck it, whatever. Like, and I don't know. Yeah. Chill vibes. Yeah. And I think that my artistic process is not chill vibes. It's so, I mean, like, the last thing I did on Bodega Cat was I stayed here for 24 hours and I did not move. Like, instead of, like, I painted for 24 hours. I remember I had to go home and my eyes were, like, they were just so sore because they had been open and I couldn't stop. Like, I had to keep going because, I don't know, I just got in, like, a funk and I was like, I need to keep doing this or I'm gonna die. So a lot of it is very based in, like, that impulse of, like, oh, I need to, like, wait for this to come to me, and then when it does, I need to just go as hard as I fucking can. Because motivation is hard. Motivation is very hard for, like, artists, I think. I think it's a thing that is undervalued. Like, it's very hard to be motivated. Motivation is hard. Yeah. It's hard to justify, like, doing art, especially when you, like, have a job and you need to, like, be making money. And, you know, I was actually talking about this in therapy yesterday. That's right, guys, I go to therapy and you should too. I was telling my therapist, Rebecca, love her, that I'm too control-oriented when it comes to my art, and that I think it sometimes inhibits it. But yeah, no, I did this marionette, and I was so, like, oriented around, I wanted to make it move like a human. I wanted to make sure that all of the joints didn't do anything that, like, human joints wouldn't do. And we had a week or two to do it, and I'm a very busy person, and I just didn't get it done. But every time I would work on it, like, it would look like I wasn't making much progress, because not much was changing in a major way, but it was very important to me that, like, everything fell into place the way that I wanted it to, and it did. Like, I have the marionette skeleton thing, and it moves just like a person. Like, if I could figure out how to make a damn head and put it on, that'd be great. But yeah, I think that especially with my writing, I can get a little too, what is the word? I guess meticulous is a good word. I can get a little too meticulous when it comes to my screenwriting, because when I write my poetry and I write my, like, crazy little essays and shit, I think that there's a lot more room there to be, like, stylistic and to be like, oh, like, this paragraph doesn't make sense, but that's because it's fucking poetry and whatever.
Yeah.
But with screenwriting, it's like, I need every single line to be a good line. I don't like having throwaway lines. It really, really irritates me. But I really will sit there and, like, deal with one line for, like, an hour. And then I'll be like, okay, it's done. And then it'll be done. And then I won't have... I'm very, like, anti-rough draft.
Yeah.
I don't like rough drafts.
I hate rough drafts, too.
I really do not like them.
I hate when in high school and middle school and stuff, when they were like, you need 3 drafts.
Like, no, I don't. Literally,
I'm just writing the same thing over and over
and
again.
I'm a good writer. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Like, what do you want me to do? Like, and then they would make you turn them in. No. Oh my god, have you seen the Scott Pilgrim anime?
No.
You need to watch it.
I just
it's
watched
really
Scott Pilgrim
good.
for the first time, like, a week ago.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Did you love it?
I loved it.
I also love Scott Pilgrim.
But, you know.
Of course.
But it was amazing.
Yes.
It was an incredible movie. We should make more movies like that.
Yes, I agree. I think that it was very, like, campy and stylistic. I love comic books. I really like comic books. I like Batman and stuff like that.
You've done a lot of multimedia work, one of your most recent projects being Stripper Mack, which is a puppet version of yourself. What's the story behind that puppet and the little dance that she does?
So, Stripper Mack is the puppet I was mentioning before that will be doing a lovely little striptease to I'm Your Puppet by Bobby and James Purify. And the whole performance is really oriented around, like, the lyrics of that song and how, because I've listened to that song for a very long time, and I've always listened to it whenever I have, like, a crush on anyone, because the lyrics are like, what is it? Pull a little string and I'll wink at you. I'm your puppet. I'll do funny things if you ask me to. I'm your puppet. I'm yours to have and to hold. Darling, you have full control. I'm your puppet. Like, that's very much how I end up feeling. I mean, it's, you know, relationships can be very, like, all-consuming in that way. And, you know, when there's, like, a need, I think, that I have to, like, be extremely, I don't know. I like being considerate of people. But sometimes I can be a little too considerate of people. Yeah. And I can become a puppet. Stripper Mack is going to do a striptease to that, and it's kind of just about feeling very, I don't know, like feeling like not feeling like a sexual object, but feeling not the need, but this innate desire to perform, like perform sexuality for the person. And to, like, reiterate that I am your puppet, you can do whatever you want, and it will be fine, because I will love you just the same. And that is something I need to work on, guys. But, yeah, it's this, like, I don't know, it's the idea of being a piece, like, being a thing to perform, being something that has to perform, that like its purpose is to do that.
Right.
Like, because that's what a puppet is. Puppets are pretty to look at. Like, puppets are great to look at, but a puppet is only a puppet if you're making it perform. So, yeah, she's gonna perform, and she's gonna take off all her clothes because she has magnets in her hands, and her clothes will be have magnets in them. And by the end of it, she'll have all of her clothes on her hands, and to really like hammer in the like I exist for you thing, she's gonna offer her clothes in this very like desperate way to the audience. And I don't know if people are gonna try and take them. I'm actually very interested to see if people like try to take the clothes away from her, because I don't know. I think it could be really interesting either way.
Back when you were in high school, you did some musical theater shows.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
If you could reprise any role, what would it be?
Oh my gosh, that is a crazy thing to say. Damn, y'all. The rumors are true. I used to sing before I started smoking cigarettes, and then I was like, oh, what do I like better, singing or smoking? And, you know, based off of the fact that my voice has dropped 3 octaves since I've moved here, I think you guys can figure out which one I picked. Role that was like the most fun to do was definitely Audrey. I was Audrey in Little Shop of Horrors when I was a sophomore, and that was fun just because it was the first time I'd ever been in a show where I had been, actually I think that was my first lead role.
Oh really?
Damn, I've never put that together until now. Yeah, that was my first lead role, and like the process of, you know, getting costumes done, and like people were there to make sure that I looked the way that I was supposed to look, and like that was a very like, oh, this is really interesting to me. I really liked that process, obviously because I like attention, but also because it was like, oh, I don't have to do all of this. Like, I don't have to come up with the costumes. I don't have to do it, which is very non-collaborative arts of me. But, you know, just the same, I would totally do Audrey again, I think. Or to be just absolutely, like, ridiculous and controversial, bitch, I played Olaf in Frozen Jr. when I was 17 years old. That is true. That is true. I'd like to go on record and admit that right now. You guys can't see this now, but Bird has literally turned her back to me. They don't want to see me right now. It's so bad. I was Olaf in Frozen Jr. Yes, during quarantine. Yeah.
On Zoom?
Oh no, mama.
Ooh.
In person. We in the South. Are you kidding? Yeah, no, I was a little strange during quarantine.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's not my favorite role I've played, but it's definitely the funniest.
You also played Mercutio, right?
No, I played Rosencrantz.
Rosencrantz.
In Hamlet, but I definitely want to play, like, Mercutio is a dream role. Like, I want to play Mercutio so fucking bad. I had the Queen Mab speech memorized. God, what was it? It was like, oh, I seen the Queen Mab hath visited you. Fucking, she comes in the night, like some bullshit about her coming in the night. Oh. Heyo.
Listen.
See, that was very Mercutio of me. Guys, if you guys anything about any kind of like Romeo and Juliet production, please let me audition for Mercutio. Please send that my way. Okay, guys.
You work at a place called City Fun and subsequently are creating a show based off of the people that you've met there. How is that coming along, and why did you want to make it in the first place?
Well, as you know, you kind of actually have a very in-depth, like, you know, way into that, just because you were living with me during that time. That was a very crazy era in my life.
Crazy.
Right? Damn. Yeah, it's a band t-shirt store, so I thought that would, like, in and of itself was fun, like, that it's this, like, band t-shirt store in the East Village, like, managed by 20-somethings. Like, no, the oldest person that works there is fucking, well,
Frank.
it used to be 26, like, Lily, my manager.
Oh.
Yeah. But now people have gotten fired, and now there are older people working there now. Oh, everyone that I wrote the TV show about got fired. That is true. Yeah, so I wrote it about how it is to work there, and like how it is to be in that space and to like be around musicians 24/7 because I'm not a musician. It's like adamantly something that I cannot do, you know, because it was so dramatic. I mean, everybody was sleeping with each other, like everybody was doing drugs. It was just ridiculous. It was so absurd that I was like, someone has to write about this, like someone has to write this TV show. And so I told Lily that I wanted to, and she was like, oh hell yeah, you should, you know. And then I kind of had it in my back pocket for a while, and then I met my my creative partner Harper Edge. I met Harper and I like told her about it, and she was so like, girl, why have you not written this yet? And I was like, damn, you're kind of right. And she doesn't work there, Harper, but she would come in and like sit with me behind the counter like during my shifts this summer, because like just for shits and gigs, because City Fun's a fun place to be.
Yeah, I did that with you sometimes.
Yeah, it's a fun place to like sit and work, and you get to talk to cool people about cool music, and you get to play your music all day long, and you don't have to like really do anything. So we started writing it. I think we wrote our first draft in August, I think, of this year. And then we had our pilot, and we sent it to a producer that Harper has worked with before on a pilot, and I think a movie as well. And he loved it, and he was like, this is going to be a very, like, I want to make sure that this is a successful TV show. Like, I will, you know. So we have a producer, and he's very, he's so wonderful. His name is Michael, and he's been really great. And so we're officially in pre-production. We've casted almost half of the main cast. We need 2 more people. Actually, our lovely Collab's own Angie Davis is going to be in the show playing a character, Rita. Yes, yes.
What's your opinion about collaborative arts?
Best major in Tisch, man. Hell yeah. Best major in Tisch.
I think one of the smallest majors in Tisch.
One of the smallest majors in Tisch, yeah.
If not the smallest.
Yeah. No, I love collaborative arts. I think it's the most, and this is going to sound ridiculous, but I think it's the major for mature people. I really believe that. And I'm not saying that all y'all are mature, because you're not. And I love you all. You guys are all like my cousins, but you are not all mature, and that's fine. Neither am I. But I think that there's a certain responsibility and self-respect that you have to have in order to be a collaborative arts major, because it is very free form. Yeah. And you need to be able to like hone yourself in. It's very much a free-for-all, but it can't be a free-for-all unless you know what you want, you know what you're doing, and you have the drive and like the passion to do the things, you know? Which I think, and like, in other really passionate like Tisch majors, it's like I'm friends with a lot of actors, and like they're always in studio and they're always doing it, but everything is like, to my understanding, like prescribed to them. They're like, okay, now you're in junior year, these are the classes you take. Like after freshman year, you're on your own in collaborative arts, and you need to be able to like, you know, you need to be able to trust yourself enough as an artist that you can make the right decisions based off of what you want. You really have to know what you want. Absolutely. I guess. And it changes. Like I wasn't a like poet or anything before I like got here, and now all of a sudden I'm trying to put out a book. Like,
I know.
I'm really trying to put out Frantic Romantic, guys. It's a 3-part poetry book. It's going to be really good, I promise. I've just been writing City Fun, and a lot of other stuff has been happening. But please stay tuned for Frantic Romantic. Thank you also for the support. The Collabs have been very supportive of my writing, and that makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
All right. Now, you can take this time to shout out any projects that are upcoming, if you're sourcing for actors, crowdfunding, whatever.
I am looking for actors. Well, for City Fun, I actually have 2 collabs auditioning for 2 separate roles. I would never pitch y'all against each other, please. Soon, I have So I have 2 characters that I need to cast, but I'm feeling pretty solid on that. Crowdfunding, if anybody wants to give me money ever, I will always take it, but I'll be very like, no, I don't need money, stop, no, because I'm Southern and that's polite. But I do need money for this show. And I do need money for Frantic Romantic, because printing is expensive.
So expensive.
Very, very, very expensive.
Are you doing hardcover or?
I mean, you know I gotta do paperback.
Yeah.
You know I gotta do paperback. But, you know, that, again, completely fine. And I'm gonna design the cover on the, I design the cover in Photoshop and then print it on the Risograph printer. Guys, learn how to use the Risograph printer. It's really cool. Like, just, yeah. Yes. But I actually, you know what? Hey guys, I'm gonna ask something of you guys now. I would really love to get back into on-stage performing. I would. Like, literally sitting here thinking about playing Mercutio, that's crazy. I want that so badly. So if anybody knows any, like, open audition stuff that, you know, because I know y'all do. I know y'all do. So, let a girl know.
Yeah.
Let a girl know. Let a bitch know. Right.
Right.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Yes, thank you so much for having me, guys.
Yeah. So for everyone listening, as of today, at 3 p.m. today is the puppet show that both Mack and I are in. Come see that. It'll be in 404. And also, Public Access is releasing their 2nd episode today, so go check that out as well.
Party fucking hard, guys. Party Hard by Pulp is a really good album. Everybody should go listen to it. 1994, the best song off of it is either This Is Hardcore or Party Hard. Or Dishes. Or I'm a Man. Everybody should listen to Pulp. Anyway.
Go listen to Pulp.
Go listen to Pulp, and make sure to neuter your animals, and God bless America. Yeah.
All right, well, thank you everybody so much for listening. I hope you have a great week, and don't forget to disappoint your father.
Girl, I couldn't stop if I tried.
Okay, bye.
Woo. Yeah. Woo. Party hard.
Stop talk.
Shop talk, I hope you had fun.
Stop
I
talk.
really hope your nose didn't run.
Stop
You should
talk.
tune in for next week's pod. I
Stop
think
talk.
you're hot
Stop
if you
talk.
have a dad bod.
Oh, shit.